In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the process for creating your Google Apps account. To sign up for an account, you're first going to need a few things. First, naturally, you're going to need a network connection and a web browser. You can find the sign up page at google.com/apps. Next, you're going to need a domain name. In most cases, this will be your company's website address, for instance, a-company.com. If you don't have a domain, you can use Google's domain registration services to search and register a domain. This is powered by GoDaddy.com. Alternatively, you may register a domain using any other registry service, such as 2Cows. Your domain will serve as the account's identity for all services used within the Google infrastructure. So, for example, usernames would be steve@a-company.com or sales@a-company.com. These would be the usernames that people log into their accounts with. You may use a subdomain, for instance, mail.a-company.com, as your business's Google account identity. However, you're going to need to have the subdomain set up with your host in order for Google to recognize it. You'll also need a web hosting account, which allows you to publish web pages by uploading files to a virtual or dedicated web server. If you chose to register a domain through Google's GoDaddy form, you'll be provided with several options to set up hosting through GoDaddy. Now, it's important to note that you're going to need your administrator usernames and passwords for both your domain account and your hosting account. These accounts will be used during the sign-up process to verify your domain ownership and to configure your domain's DNS records for use with your Google Apps account. So let's get started with the sign-up process. Now here we are at the Google Apps main page. Now over here on the right, you want to click on Business IT Managers. Now we're taken to the business side of the Google Apps. Down here under Other Google Apps Editions, you want to select the Standard Edition. This is the free edition. On the next page, just click Get Started. And here's where you're going to need your domain. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one way or another, you're going to need the administration account into the domain name. Whether you sign up as an end user and have the domain account holder change the information that needs to be changed later down the road, or change it yourself. But all in all, it's easier just to sign up as an administrator. So let's do that. For this, we're actually going to use a subdomain, company.zysic.com. Then just click Get Started. You're then taken to the sign-up form where you're going to fill out some information about yourself, the account administrator, and some basic information about your organization. Okay, and then you need to just click the checkbox saying you understand that if you can't change the DNS records, you might not be able to use Google Apps. Once you're done, just click Continue. And now you're taken to the administrative account sign-up page. This is going to be your main account that can go in and make any changes and has full permissions. You can choose to use your personal username within the Google infrastructure. So if your name was Steve, you could use Steve and just have your user account be the administrative account. But in most businesses, you want to separate such things, so it's probably best to go with something like admin@company.com. So we'll go ahead and do that and choose a password. And finally, you just have to accept the terms and conditions. And next, this is where your administrative logon for your hosting account is going to come into play. In order for Google to verify that you actually own the domain, you're going to either have to upload an HTML file to your web server and let Google recognize it, or you're going to have to change what's known as your CNAME record within your domain host. I find it's easier just to upload the HTML file, so we'll do that. And this is just going to require you going into your web server with an FTP client and uploading the file that Google gives you to your web server. And once you've completed this, your account will be verified and you will be able to go in and begin configuring your new Google Apps account.